So, it is not often that I dip my toe, shall we say, into the anime realm, because that's just not the type of guy that I am. Uh, Mainly because of two reasons. One, I have so many other things that I keep track of, like, wrestling and Disney stuff and um, Star Wars, which, also falls under the umbrella of Disney, and Marvel stuff, which also falls under the umbrella of Disney, that, I don't feel like I have enough space in my brain to keep another thing in there. And two, the reason why I don't think I have enough space in my brain to do so is because there's so much anime to digest and so many episodes just in a particular show. Um, but like I said, every once in a while I dip my toe into it and I always walk out absolutely floored. And this is no exception. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuakeTime Reactions, and before going to my wrestling show today, I went to go see Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. In doing I'll get onto this. This is a movie adaptation of the very popular anime Demon Slayer. And it follows Tenjiro and the rest of the Demon Slayer Corps as they infiltrate the demon's main headquarter base, which is the Infinity Castle, to try and find Muzan, the head of the demons, to basically try and kill him and put an end to the war between the demons and the demon slayers. However, they also encounter some upper ranks in the fight to try and find Muzan. So, will they be able to find him in this? We'll have to wait and see. This was directed by Haru Sotozuki. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And the animation house that did this was Unfoldable. And it's being distributed, of course, by Crunchyroll and Sony. And this movie is absolutely stunning from an animation perspective. Like, I've talked in the past with me dipping my toe into the anime realm. It's like Japanese animation, it lies in that weird middle ground for me where it's like I can tell it's 2D, but then there are some aspects of the animation that are also 3D. Like, for instance, the Infinity Castle, I can tell that's 100% 3D. But it blends in really well with the 2D animation of the characters, and there may be some 3D in there as well, but it just blends in really, really well with the 2D animation of the characters that it just seems effortless. And in this movie, with their technique strikes, it almost looks like they went in to, like, when you get a tattoo, you look at like the tattoo book and you say, like, I want that, or you look at like the tattoo art on the wall and it's all brightly colored, and it's it jumps off of either the page or off of the wall or wherever it is. This has the exact same effect as that, where again it almost is like a combination of 2D and 3D animation just melded together, and it's just absolutely incredible the way that they were able to animate this. Like, I have to give my hats off to Unfoldable. because they did an absolutely amazing job with the animation in this movie. I really like the fact that in this movie there were um, upper ranks. They call them upper ranks, and there were uh, five that the crows had detected um, in the Infinity Castle that were that had big presence of demonic energy. Um, upper rank or upper, I think five, I want to say, fought against one of the members of the Demon Slayer Corps, who actually turned out to be his younger brother, who only knew like one technique, or yeah, it was one technique. So he was able to basically see it coming left, right, and center. But when he pulled out his own technique, he was like, I didn't see that coming. How on earth did you learn another technique? And he's like, as they're like falling and he's like disintegrating, which by the way, the disintegrations of the demons also look really cool. As they're falling, he says, I I created my own technique. And he's just like, how on earth the kid who has only known one technique his whole life, he created another one and I didn't know that? And the brother's like, well, I created it so that, you know, I could use it with you, beside you in battle. And it's just like, oh, that's so good. And I also love the fact that this is like the one thing, one of the couple of things that I know about anime is that you could have arms, legs, your entire torso cut up, and you can still have like big time flashbacks or just monologue to death, because this is epic storytelling. And with epic storytelling, I think you can get away with that. And it just makes it really, really cool, in my opinion. The other upper that they fight in this was, I believe, upper three. And upper three has a awesome backstory that they delve into, excuse me, in this movie. Um, and it's heartbreaking. And even because when they have to kill the demons, they have to slice them at the neck, and when he gets his head lopped off, he starts regenerating it back. He's like, no, I have to be stronger. And his past kind of pulls on him to be like, you don't have to do this, with his present also pulling on him as well. It's just really, really cool. And again, the fighting in these sequences, absolutely incredible. I should also mention that they did counter another upper at the beginning of the film, but that one was a little less unsuccessful. I forget the name of the lady who was fighting that upper, but she basically, in her sheath for her sword, she mixed up poisons to try and kill the demons, or the demon, but it didn't necessarily work, and she got like absorbed into him, which is like a sentence that you can only say in like maybe superhero movies or animes, because that visual was absolutely insane. Um, and one of her pupils like came in right as that was happening, which that's mwah, chef's kiss, beautiful. How to create a hero in just a little bit of time. That's awesome. But yeah, at the end they were not able to find Muzan, because that Infinity Castle is really, really big. So, and he's hiding very, very well. So Yeah, they were not able to find him, but will they be able to find him in the coming parts? Because in doing my research for this movie, this is the first part of an epic 3-part finale for Demon Slayer, to kind of put a cap on all of the show. So if you are a massive Demon Slayer fan, then you're going to have to go and check this out. If you're not a big Demon Slayer fan, if you're just, a casual person, I think this would be the best way to watch anime. Just like do what I do and just like dip your toe in and just be fascinated by the animation and the epic storytelling that is unfolding in front of your very eyes. Because, man, this was an absolute spectacle, and you can count on me to be reviewing those other 2 parts when they come out, whenever they decide to come out. But yeah, that is my review for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of the movie, and if you like me delving into Japanese animation every now and again, because every time that I dip my toe into it, I always come out with a smile on my face and a song in my heart, because, man, it is just so cool to watch every single time. But until next time, guys, be safe out there, and remember, sometimes if you just master one technique, that's sometimes all you need to know, because you never know when that one technique might become useful. Or, you could just create your own and just, catch your opponent off guard, I suppose. That also works too. And I will see you guys next time.